Can you push me?
Yep, I might be able to. There we go.
All right, there's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That will keep you awake for a while.
Oh yes, I need it.
So Tiffany, why did you start volunteering?
So I looked on Google and I saw Calgary Seniors, and I saw that there was an assisted shopping program, and I love grocery shopping, so I was like, why don't I help someone else with grocery shopping? And since then we've been inseparable. Every 2 weeks for 8 years.
Yeah. I thought, well, gee, maybe I'll get somebody I won't get along with. And I opened the door and here's Tiffany. She was smiling and she was just, I could tell she was nervous because I was nervous too, but I invited her in and we got along quite well even from the beginning.
It's really great bonding experience with us, right? You show me stuff that you buy your stuff and you tell me about how good it is, and now you got me addicted to frozen yogurt bars from Costco.
They are so good.
Yeah.
By the time I went to ask for help, I was almost a hermit. You know, I just kept backing away from people. I was actually afraid of people at that point. I got so lonely and stuff that it frightened me to have to step out and talk to somebody. And I didn't know what their reaction was going to be. I prayed a lot about it. And it always came down to the fact that I needed people. I needed to be doing stuff. I needed to have a purpose. And all those things had sort of slipped away on me.
I think we make a lot of assumptions about, I guess the types of supports that people do or do not need later in life.
When you think about it, aging is actually a big transition time because it could affect where you're living. It could mean a big move. Big life changes actually can happen for older adults. And so it's just one more reason why we need to pay close attention.
One of the things I'm really excited about in terms of the shift of where we're going with the strategic sightline is we've moved away from talking about vulnerability in the same way, and we've started to talk about why is social inclusion important? Living a purposeful life is scientifically connected to longevity. It means, when people have a community, they're more likely to age well, to be healthy, to be happy. And so I think when we talk about who our clients are, anyone and everyone is our client, because it's about setting people up preventatively by helping them know what's going to make aging go really well and helping them to kind of plan for that.
In Alberta and in Canada, we're looking at about 1 in 5 people are over the age of 65, but pretty soon it's going to be 1 in 4, so that's 25% of the population and growing.
What are some of your thoughts on the research project that we are currently involved in with Calgary Seniors?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be a great project. So, we know there are gaps in services for seniors, and so we're just trying to understand the sort of scope and spectrum of services that are available, particularly for seniors living in vulnerable situations.
Research is something that, of course, I feel is important, but only if it's applied. And I think you're doing something like that right now, and I thought I'd like to help you so you know you're on the right track.
One of the things I'm most excited about is the digital transformation. Every data is an incident in a human being's life, and what does that tell us? How do we work differently with that? Right now, we have to do our best guess and use what we have, but the idea of moving that forward differently and then being able to use it as a system of care is pretty amazing.
Totally. It enriches the story. So we have the stories, and then we have the data story, and the two of them together really sort of show the impact in a way we've never done before.
I know what I had to do to pivot for the pandemic. I can't even imagine. What did you guys do?
Really was an opportunity for our agency to shine, to really come out and come, I guess, become of age and kind of be seen as, my goodness, they're here and they're providing support and services. We actually went from about 1,350 volunteers to over 2,600 volunteers. So we were able to be a place where people could come to help, and also be a place where people could reach out and say, I need some help.
The festival is about building community, and I think that's what Calgary Seniors is about as well.
Inclusive communities where connection inspires discovery and all people can flourish. We worked so hard on this strategic plan, and I'm just so excited about this as our new vision and mission.
I really love some of those value words that we put in the strategic sightline, like action and ingenuity are probably two of my favorites.
I like kind. Kind is my
Kind,
favorite.
of course, yeah. And it's what I love about kind in the strategic sightline is that it's this thread that weaves all the way through all of the pieces. I kind of see kind as like the thing that ties it all
together. It's the
together.
I received this in my email, and I thought it was very worthy of repeating. We shall all enter this chapter of our lives with humility, grace, and pride over everything we have been through, and we should never feel bad about getting older. It's a privilege that is denied to so many.
I feel like volunteering is one of those things where you don't need to commit that much. It's just maybe a few hours of your time every month, and it helps build connections with others that you never would expect to build connections with.
That's right.
I wouldn't have ever imagined that I could build such a long-term connection with someone that's like many years older than I am.
Yeah, it really made my life, made me feel special. Yeah.